Today, we're making southern smothered turkey wings with the South Indian twist. We got fall off the bone tender braised turkey wings that's been marinated in a buttermilk, fresh herb marinade, Indian style. This is food Fidelity, where flavor has rhythm and every recipe has a soundtrack. I'm Marwin, and as usual, we're cooking something soulful. Let's get to cooking. Smothered dishes are the cornerstone of Southern cooking. Pork chops, steak, chicken, but turkey wings might be the most underrated of them all. They've got rich flavor, plenty of collagen, and when you cook them low and slow in gravy, the meat turns buttery tender. But we're adding a little twist today. Before the braise, these wings get a quick marinade inspired by cooking from southern India. A little buttermilk and fresh herbs to tenderize the meat and lay in flavor before the gravy ever hits the pan. Southern soul meets Indian coastal breeze. So here's what we're working with. We got buttermilk, fresh cilantro, fresh mint, jalapenos, garlic, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of fresh sage. All blended together to marinate those turkey wings, season them on the inside while also adding a little more tenderness. Not that we need much because the smothering will take care of that, but I'm just gonna blend this all together. And then literally just pour it straight over the chicken and let it marinate overnight if you have time, but at least an hour or two. But I prefer to go overnight with this. But before we marinate, I'm gonna actually do a little chicken prep. And that's just for me going to separate the wings and the drums from each other. You can use the whole wing if you want. I just prefer to work with the smaller pieces to give you a little more flexibility when you're cooking these bad boys. And also kind of helps with the cook time and cooking these evenly. So that's my approach. Using a meat cleaver or a sharp knife, you just want to cut right through that joint to get these separated and treat these as two separate cuts. So now I can add my marinade. And once I get these, nice and coated in that buttermilk marinade, I may massage these a little bit just to make sure they're well coated. And then, cover these with either some plastic wrap or just put them in a Ziploc bag, seal them up, and here we go overnight. I'm going to give these a quick rinse plus dry these bad boys off a little bit because we're going to brown them. And so you want to get rid of the moisture so that they brown really nice and proper to give you that color and the texture you want. I'm seasoning these with salt and pepper, allspice, and paprika. That's kind of like my all-purpose seasoning, but I want to get these well coated on all sides, just trying to get that seasoning mix in all the nooks and crannies, because again, we're trying to season at every level. We want these well seasoned on the outside, on the inside, under the skin, inside the skin, on the surface of the skin, on the flesh, all of the above. That's kind of what we're going for here. But we also want that texture to be right. So we want these to be nice and dry on top of being well seasoned, because again, we want that skin to have a little bit of crisp as we cook. Things will get a little more soft as we continue to braise, but that's the approach that we'll take. Erring on the side of like more seasoning than less, particularly with turkey, because you guys know turkey can be pretty bland without it. For me, I'm gonna do a little prep with my flour. I season my flour with the same seasoning that I use to season the turkey with. Just want to continue to add flavor at every different level. So I got my pan nice and hot. I'm gonna brown these bad boys on both sides, just making sure I got that nice browning color, a little bit of caramelization in terms of like when the turkey hits the pan and on that heat. And you can see the colors kind of coming together, and that's going to be a theme throughout, from the green to the brown to all of this. We just want the flavor, the color, the texture, all to be on point. So once I got them nice and brown, I'm going to remove them from the pan and start to work on that gravy braise that we're going to let these bad boys cook in. So I'm going to add a little butter to the pan, to supplement the oil that's been rendered from the turkey wings. And then I'm going to add my onions and start to saute them a little bit. I also have some leeks. Leeks are in the same family as onions, but a little more sweeter profile, just giving you a little more complexity to the dish. And then I got my peppers. I like red, yellow, and orange mixed from a color standpoint, from a visual standpoint, and also like they just have a sweeter profile than typical green bell peppers, right? So as these continue to soften, continue to cook down a little bit, become a little translucent, I'll add my garlic. I don't want to add them too early because garlic will become bitter as you let them cook too long. Here's that seasoned flour that I have. This is going to be the makings of, thickening things up in terms of like the foundation for the gravy. But treating this like a roux, I'm going to like mix this in really well, let it cook a little bit, get that rawness of the flavor of the from the flour out of the mix, and so we get that cooked flavor, that almost kind of burnt flour vibe that's common with the roux. So here I'm adding my stock. I got a few different cups of stock here, but I want enough stock into the pan to basically kind of come about halfway up to the turkey. I don't want to cover the turkey fully, so I don't want it all the way submerged because, again, I want that top layer to brown a little bit. So I'm adding bay leaves and the rest of my herbs. I got some fresh sage, some fresh thyme, and some fresh oregano. Gonna brighten things up a little bit because that gravy is gonna cook down to be pretty thick, right? Just on the texture side. And so I want some brightness. I want a little bit of flavor. I want a little bit of that kind of grassy, herby vibe to the mix. Again, we're trying to have complexity. We're trying to have flavor. So all of these things are kind of working together. So I'm going to bring this to a boil and then reduce the heat down to a nice simmer. These are going to be low and slow. Going to take a couple of hours, right? We want these to braise in that liquid to really become super tender. That's the vibe, right? So I'm going to cover these up and then go into the oven. Most people like to bake these in like a baking pan and just cover with foil. But I got like a heavy duty Dutch oven here that does the same job. Heavy lid that's going to keep things covered up and also kind of allow that condensation to occur to help with the steaming and tenderization of the meat. So I'm going to leave this in the oven at about 325 degrees for about an hour. Take a look at these after an hour of cooking. I think they're ready for the flip. So I'm going to flip these over, cook them on the other side for another hour covered. So these are going back into the oven and going to cook at same temperature, 325, for an additional hour. So that's 2 hours cook time in the oven covered. Then we take them out, give them a look, and then I'm going to increase the temperature to about 375 degrees because now I want to kind of work on that outer texture. And so taking a look, I think these are ready to go back in. I'm going uncovered and just let the temperature cook at a high heat for about 15, 20 minutes. You see how they brown, when they were cooked uncovered. Now these jokers are ready to go. I'm going to plate them. And if you need to, you can work on thickening the gravy. I feel like mine's at the consistency that I want, having used the amount of flour that I wanted to with that liquid. But if you feel like I want these a little more thicker, you can make your little slurry with about a tablespoon of flour and water. Mix it up well and then add it to the gravy and cook it down a little bit until you get the desired consistency. But I'm happy with mine. I like mine. I like the aroma. I like the color. And I like the flavor. So this comes out just the way I want it. The key really with this dish is one, having that good marinade so you get the flavor you want on the inside. Two, you want to get a nice browning up front. That helps with like kind of sealing in some of the flavor. It also helps tightening the texture up, and then you get the flavor you want, right? The third thing is making sure that you take the time to cook it, cover it to get that tenderness you want, and then give it that cook time uncovered to get the texture finish and the color. So you get that nice flavor on the inside from the marinade up front. And don't forget that marinade, it kind of infuses a little bit of that minty cilantro kind of vibe inside the chicken. So you taste it at a real subtle level. But the texture comes from that nice low and slow simmer, that braise that we get cooked for those couple of hours. And then we finish again with just the higher heat to improve the texture, improve the flavor, and improve the cover. So I'm giving this the taste test. You see it kind of falling apart. I'm not a big fan of pulling the bone away from the the meat. I know that's like real cool marketing gimmicks, but if you want like a proper texture, you want a little bit of give. Like, we're not trying to eat this with our teeth. We want a little bit of bite when we chew on this. And if if the bone is just sliding out, unhindered, then that just means they overcooked the meat, and that's not what we're here to do. We want like a properly cooked texture, properly cooked meat, so that we can enjoy it. So if you're digging the dish, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, and you get recipes updated to your inbox when I produce new content each week. Thanks for vibing with me. So even though I'm representing our green shirt today, it's all about Prince. The recipe, song, or soundtrack for these turkey wings is Prince's song, International Lover. It's a slow jam. This is a slow and low cooked braised turkey wing recipe. It's got soul, it's got funk, it's got flavor, it's got coolness from the marinade, and that's Prince. If you think about a Prince song, Prince got a lot of funk, he's got a lot of soul, but this was a slow jam by Prince, which I love. A lot of passion, just sexy, and this dish is sexy. So that's the connection. Rock with me. Thanks. If you dig it or got a better song recommendation, let's hear it. Leave it in the comments. Thanks.